Owning a business is lots of fun, and I know in my experience in the past 18 years, I've met dozens and dozens and dozens of business owners. And one of the famous things, one of the famous lines I remember hearing, and then heard it echoed with other entrepreneurs, so said a little bit differently, was it's really easy to start a business, it's really hard to get out of business. And many business owners, when they reach that age of retirement, whatever that means. Business owners tend not to truly retire, but when they really want to pull back and maybe spend some more time with family, maybe they want to maybe golf some more, maybe they want to spend more time in the community giving back, they tend to find they don't really have a plan for how they're going to pull themselves out of the business. And in one case in particular that I know of, this particular entrepreneur had 3 businesses, and loved all the employees for these businesses, did very well financially, had a very comfortable life, but when the time came to move on, he didn't have an exit plan. He didn't know how to sell it back to his employees. He didn't know whether to sell it to his competitors, so he actually just ended up shutting all 3 of them down, which was sad because he had spent a lifetime building them. There was lots of value that was locked into these businesses that had he gotten the help that he needed, he probably could have found a strategic buyer who would have been able to probably give him more money for it. But there was an article that ran in the Globe and Mail. It was written by Jacqueline Lowen, and it talks about how small businesses usually lack an exit plan, and that a business owner needs a plan for the company to be ready to monetize their business at any stage. And because they have the majority of their wealth tied up in their business, having a plan is key. And so in our experience, we don't get involved in selling businesses. That's not the market that we serve. But we do get involved in sourcing financing for the purchase or the sale of a business. And banks do provide financing. If you're looking to buy a business, looking to buy a competitor, looking to buy out your partner, or maybe you're looking to sell to your partner, or you're pulling a shotgun clause in your shareholder agreement, banks will provide financing. But guess what? They require a plan. They need to know how is the debt going to be repaid, how is the cash from the business going to be used to pay down the principal, can it be done in the amount of time that they're going to give you to do it, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, etc. And because we service the marketplace where businesses are looking for less than $10 million, when a transaction comes along, or a client rather comes along who has a transaction for the purchase of a business, typically we tell them, look, the bank will put up a third of the money needed. You will have to have, in cash, a third of the money needed, and then the business that you're acquiring will have to keep, the vendor or the owner of that business will have to keep a third in the deal, and then you can repay them over time. Because for private businesses in particular, the bank wants to see that everyone's interests are aligned. And so they'll ask the, the existing business owner to keep money in the deal. They will provide some money, and then they want the new owners to put some money in as well. So it's important to know, first of all, how that works, where that money is going to come from, how that deal is going to be structured. And even though private businesses can be difficult to put a valuation on, as it were, it can be done, and there's lots of people out there that can provide you with some really, really great help. As far as we're concerned, as we read through this particular article, which we'll post on Twitter and Facebook so that you can take a look at it as well, there's some very good things to know. And as it relates to financing, make sure that you understand what's involved in the financing. What are the payments going to be? What are the obligations going to be for you, the guarantor, the borrower? And how is the bank going to help facilitate a transaction for you? And so if you're trying to figure out where to start with all of that, we would encourage you to visit emilynow.ca, where you can put in the loan amount that you think you're looking for, or if you're looking to acquire a business or buy out a partner, the amount of money you think you need, and then go through the tool, and it's going to show you the income that's going to be required, and it's going to show you the documents that you need. But more importantly, you'll have access to our customer service team, who's going to be more than happy to help guide you the rest of the way, and not only guide you through some of the answers, but actually bring you right to the doorstep of the bank that would probably be best suited for the transaction.